little butterfly that could. What if I can't? The little butterfly that could. Where are the flowers? Hey, have you seen a group of migrating butterflies? They went that way. Woohoo! I'm so close! Yeah, only 200 more miles. 200 miles? How am I supposed to travel that far? You fly. Can I take a plane? No. A hot air balloon? No. A blimp? No. Then I'll never make it. Life was so much simpler as a caterpillar. I easily built a chrysalis. I'm inside. I patiently waited to become a butterfly. Ta-da! Then began my journey with friends to find flowers. But then, things got cloudy. When I emerged, I was lost and alone. To shoot. You'll get there only 1 mile at a time. But, what if I get lost again? Or caught in a storm? What if a snake tries to eat me? Or a lizard? Or a bird? Or a dragonfly? Or a frog? Or a spider? Why do they even think I'm so delicious? The big book of things that eat butterflies. We all get scared. Even you? You are the biggest creature in the ocean. But the ocean is bigger. Sometimes I get butterflies in my stomach too. Whoosh! What are you doing? I'll just stay in here with the other butterflies. Home sweet stomach. This is way more spacious than my chrysalis. Anything to eat other than krill? No? I'll just order in krill. Hello? Click. Hello, a bouquet of flowers. Please, extra nectar. The occasion? I am hungry. My address? A whale. Hello? Hello? Wait, can't I just live in your stomach forever? No. How about a 1-year lease? No. You have to keep trying. Right. Keep trying. 200 miles, no problem. Getting closer. I can smell the flowers. How far did I fly? 2 feet. 2 feet? That's it? All I smell is failure. Don't give up. Keep trying. Right. Keep trying. Nothing can stop me. Except the wind. Splat. Right back where I started. I'll never get there. You're just not there yet. Wow. Believe you can. Okay. Believe you can do it. You were born to fly. I was born to cry. The only thing you have to fear is everything. At first you don't succeed. Stop trying. No, at first you don't succeed. Fly again. Go find your way. I got this. Stay on track. Mile 25. Wind at poof. Wind at my back. Mile 50. Don't get eaten. Mile 100. Keep trying. Mile 125. Keep flying. 150. Keep trying. 200 miles later, I did it! You found your way! You know, there's nothing I can't do when I believe in myself. I could fly 1,000,000 more miles. That's great. Now eat up before we go dormant. Dorm or what now? You know, stay still all winter. Right. Stay still all winter. No problem. How long is winter? The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when the butterfly said, "How long is winter? Winter is so long." Ruth's pink pajamas. Every morning started the same way. Ruth and her mother argued over what Ruth should wear to school. Her mother always gave her two choices, but Ruth never liked either one. Every day Ruth asked the same question. "Can I please just wear my super soft, cushy, wushy pink pajamas?" And every morning her mother would have the same answer. Pajamas are not appropriate for school. But one morning Ruth spotted her chance. Her dad was taking her to school and he wouldn't even notice what she was wearing. Ruth's shoes were a little tight over her thick pajamas, but she didn't mind. As Ruth walked into school that day, everyone was staring at her, but she didn't mind. The other kids kept asking Ruth why she was wearing pajamas, but she didn't mind. Her pajamas made the circle time extra comfortable. And they were perfect costume for being the patient when everyone played hospital. Soon it was time to go out for recess. Ruth's pajamas were warm under the hot sun. And it was hard to run fast with pink toes and pink cheeks. Ruth was tired, hot, and sweaty. Maybe her mother was right. Maybe her pajamas weren't appropriate for school. Maybe instead she should have worn jeans, anything but her super soft, cushy, wushy pink pajamas. Then something terrible happened. Ruth tripped and fell. She wasn't hurt, but her pajamas were. When Ruth got home from school, she burst into tears. "You were right," she cried to her mother. "Super soft, cushy, wushy pink pajamas are not appropriate for school." Ruth's mother gave her a hug, a snack, and helped her change. Later that night, when it was time for bed, Ruth was worried. "How will I sleep without my super soft, cushy-wushy pink pajamas?" she asked. "You won't have to," her mother replied. Ruth. "Wow! Now I have super soft, cushy-wushy pink pajamas? That say my name, she explained. Can I wear them to school? Ruth, started her mother. I know, Ruth said. Pajamas are not appropriate for school. But they would be perfect for a trip to the library. I love my super soft, cushy-wushy pink pajamas. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where her mom stitched a heart on top of her hole and it said Ruth. This book is The Gruffalo. I'm warning you, the Gruffalo lives in the deep dark woods. Let's find out more. A mouse took a stroll through the deep dark wood. A fox saw the mouse and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have lunch in my underground house. It's terribly kind of you, fox, but no. I'm going to have lunch with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know? He has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws. Where are you meeting him? Here by these rocks. And his favorite food is roasted fox. Roasted fox? I'm off, Fox said. Goodbye, little mouse, and away he sped. Silly old fox, doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. And on went the mouse through the deep dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have tea in my treetop house. It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no. I'm going to have tea with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know? He has knobby knees and turned out toes, and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose. Where are you meeting him? Here by the stream, and his favorite food is owl ice cream. Owl ice cream? To-wit-to-woo. Goodbye, little mouse, and away owl flew. Silly old owl, doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. On went the mouse to the deep dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my long pipe house. It's wonderfully good of you, snake, but no. I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo. A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo? A Gruffalo? Why, didn't you know? Yet his eyes are orange, his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Where are you meeting him? Here by this lake. And his favorite food is scrambled snake. Scrambled snake? It's time I hid. Goodbye, little mouse, and away snake slid. Silly old snake, doesn't he know? There's no such thing as a Gruffalo. Oh! But who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws? He has knobby knees and turned out toes, and the poisonous wart at the end of his nose. His eyes are orange, his tongue is black. He has purple prickles all over his back. Oh, help! Oh, no! It's a Gruffalo! My favorite food, the Gruffalo said. You'll taste good on a slice of bread. Good? Said the mouse. Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see. Everyone is afraid of me. All right, said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. You'll go ahead and I'll follow after. They walked and walked till Gruffalo said, I hear a hiss in the leaves ahead. It's Snake, said Mouse. Why, Snake, hello. Snake took one look at the Gruffalo. Oh, crumbs, he said. Goodbye, little mouse. and off he slid to his long pipe house. "You see," said Mouse, "I told you so." "Outstanding," said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, "I hear a hoot in the trees ahead." "It's Owl," said the Mouse. "Why, Owl, hello." Owl took one look at the Gruffalo. "Oh dear," he said. "Goodbye, little Mouse," and off he flew to his treetop house. "You see," said Mouse, "I told you so." "Outstanding," said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, "I hear feet on the path ahead." "It's Fox," said the Mouse. "Why, Fox, hello." Fox took one look at the Gruffalo. "Oh, help," he said. "Goodbye, little Mouse," and off he ran to his underground house. "Well, Gruffalos," the Mouse said, "you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy's beginning to rumble, and my favorite food is Gruffalo Crumble." "Gruffalo Crumble?" the Gruffalo said, and as quick as the wind he turned and fled. It was all quiet in a deep dark wood. The Mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. The end. What's your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where it said the Gruffalo had purple prickles all over his back. The Fancy Octopus. Margot the Octopus. Margot and Claire lived deep in the sea. They did everything together. They went to the movies. They played games. They had sleepovers. One day, Margot and Claire saw a poster. "Shell Magazine, fashion show. Be part of this special event. Models of all types needed. Miss Dottie will train you at the Shell Walk at Saturday. Don't be late, 12 o'clock sharp." "Let's go," said Claire. "It sounds so fancy." "I'm not sure," said Margot. "Why not?" asked Claire. Before Margot could answer, she squirted some black ink. "When I feel nervous, I squirt ink," she said. Claire felt bad for her friend, but she wanted to be in the fashion show. "Please try," said Claire. "I know you would be great." "Okay, I'll try," said Margot. "It doesn't sound like fun." On Saturday morning, the friends met at the Shell Walk. Fish rushed past them carrying gowns. "Everything is so fancy," said Margot. "Look," said Claire. "There's Miss Dottie." Miss Dottie was very fancy. She walked with style. She talked with style. She even laughed with style. Miss Dottie made Margot nervous. Margot squirted a little ink. "Oops," she said. "I hope no one saw that." "I did," said Claire, "but I won't tell anyone. Here, use my scarf." "Thanks," said Margot. "You're the best." Miss Dottie gathered the girls. "The show is in 1 week," said Miss Dottie. "Today we will choose your gowns. Then we will practice." Miss Dottie pointed to a long walkway. "You will go to the end of the Shell Walk," she said. "When I ring the bell, swim toward me." The girls formed a line. A seahorse handed Claire a red gown and a crown. He gave Margot a blue gown with a sash. "Don't ruin anything, he said. I want everything back in perfect shape. The girls went into the dressing room and got dressed. We look so fancy, said Claire. I don't feel very fancy, said Margot. Claire smiled at her friend. Try not to be nervous. If you squirt ink, you might ruin the clothes, he said. That made Margot even more nervous. Miss Dottie rang the bell. Claire went first. She swam down the shell walk with her nose high in the air. She looked beautiful. Margot was next. She was so nervous she could hardly move. Her arms were stiff and straight. Then Margot squirted. Miss Dottie looked surprised. Margot was sure she would be asked to leave. Miss Dottie started clapping. What a fancy octopus, he said. Me? Fancy? Asked Margot. But what about my squirting? It gives you an air of mystery, my dear, said Miss Dottie. But there is one thing, said Miss Dottie. You shouldn't be modeling a dress. I shouldn't? Margot asked. No, said Miss Dottie. A girl with your arms belongs in jewelry. And in the end, Margot truly was fancy. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Margot truly became fancy. This book is The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. For Beatrice Bottomwell, Friday began like any other day. She matched her socks, and of course, she put her shoes on their proper feet. She remembered to feed her hamster, Humbert, his favorite food, broccoli. And when she made a sandwich for her brother Carl's lunch, she used exactly the same amount of peanut butter as jelly. When she stepped outside to greet her fans, she didn't forget to say good morning and thank you. They asked if she made her bed. She had. They asked if she forgot to do her math homework. Nope. What about tonight's talent show? They asked. I'm ready, said Beatrice with a smile. After all, her juggling act had won 3 years in a row. Most people in town didn't even know Beatrice's name. They just called her the girl who never made mistakes, because for as long as anyone could remember, she never did. Unlike Beatrice, Carl made lots of mistakes. He ate his crayons and drew with his green beans. He danced with his hands and played the piano with his feet. Carl loved to make mistakes. At school, Beatrice was on a cooking team with her 2 best friends, Millie and Sarah. To make their giant rhubarb muffins, they needed 4 eggs. Beatrice went to the refrigerator and carefully chose the biggest, eggiest eggs she could find. But on the way back, her legs slipped out from under her. The eggs went flying. Beatrice was about to make her first mistake. But she didn't. That was close, thought Beatrice. Sorry, Beatrice. I dropped a piece of rhubarb. Don't mention it, Illy. For the rest of the school day, Beatrice could not stop thinking about her almost mistake. On her way home from school, Beatrice watched Millie and Sarah ice skating in the park. Come join us, said Millie. It's fun, said Sarah. Beatrice watched them slip and slide on the frozen pond. Millie and Sarah laughed as they wobbled on the ice. No thanks, said Beatrice. At supper, Beatrice barely touched her food. Is everything all right, kiddo? Asked her father. I'm worried I'll mess up tonight, said Beatrice, and everyone will be watching. Worry? You don't make mistakes, he said with a smile. Beatrice tried to smile too. After supper, Beatrice got ready for the town show. First she woke up Humbert from his nap. Next she got the salt shaker from the kitchen table. Finally she filled a balloon with water. The school auditorium was packed. Beatrice felt her stomach jumping around inside her. Beatrice waited for her juggling music to begin. That's her! That's the girl who never makes mistakes, said the woman. Oh, we know she'll be perfect, said the man. When the music started, she tossed Humbert in the air. Next she added the salt shaker, and finally the water balloon. Beatrice didn't miss a beat. The crowd clapped with delight. But Beatrice noticed something odd about the salt shaker. The specks falling out of it were not white. Achoo! Humbert was so surprised by his sneeze that he grabbed the water balloon with his claws. Kablooey! Humbert, pieces of the water balloon, and pepper rained down on top of Beatrice. For the first time in as long as anyone could remember, Beatrice made a mistake, and it was a big one. The music stopped. Beatrice didn't know what to do. Cry? Run off the stage? The crowd sat stunned. They couldn't believe that the girl who never made mistakes made a mistake. Beatrice looked up at Humbert. He looked back at her. His hamster fur was soaked and speckled with bits of balloon. Beatrice let out a giggle. The giggle grew into a chuckle, and the chuckle became a laugh. The people in the crowd looked at each other, and then back at Beatrice. They began to giggle, then chuckle, then finally roar with laughter. Beatrice and the audience laughed until they couldn't remember why they were laughing. That night, Beatrice slept better than she ever had. In the morning, no fans greeted Beatrice. When she got dressed, Beatrice, for no reason at all, put on a polka dot sock on one foot and a plaid sock on the other. Beatrice and Carl made sandwiches. This time they put the peanut butter and jelly on the outside. They called it an inside-out PB&J. Lunch was messy and delicious. Later, Beatrice found Millie and Sarah skating in the park. They fell a lot and laughed. Now people no longer call her the girl who never makes mistakes. They just call her Beatrice. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when Beatrice woke up and for no reason she put on a plaid sock and a polka dot sock. Thank you for reading with me.